Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Warsaw where police are asking for your help in solving a crime. Now, Saturday between 7 p.m. and 7:20 p.m. police say a pedestrian was hit by a vehicle in the 600 block of East Chelly Street while walking westbound. The vehicle involved was also driving west on East Chelly Street, possibly towards Memorial Drive, at least according to officials. Now, the pedestrian who was struck is said to have traumatic injuries, and police are asking for people who may have any information or, this is important, camera footage. That could be doorbell, residential cameras, business cameras, dash cams that could have been capturing vehicles in the area during that specified time. Saturday, this past Saturday, between 7 p.m. and 7:20 p.m. to please contact the police department at 910-293-7816. And now we want to turn our attention to holiday travel. Here we go. It is the week of Thanksgiving. I know there's a lot of people who are heading out to either go see family or maybe families coming into town, but someone in someone's family is certainly going to be attempting to brave the airways. NBC's Tom Costello has more on the latest from some of the U.S.'s main and busiest airports and how, again, that is kind of looking over the next several days. Seem to be having some issues with that video. Here we are.
This morning, severe storms threatening to complicate what's set to be the busiest Thanksgiving travel rush ever, with AAA predicting a record-breaking 82 million Americans on the move. The weather could create chaos, from dangerous driving conditions to flight delays.
My only plan is to leave extra early just in case anything unexpected happens.
It's going to be crazy.
Overnight, Dallas drenched by the same storm system that flooded parts of Southern California over the weekend. Another 7 million Americans in the central U.S. are under flood alerts today. JFK Airport in New York already off to a turbulent start after a system outage shut down one of its terminals, forcing passengers to wait in lines for nearly 2 hours.
There was just no place to maneuver. It was pretty crazy.
Airports are anticipating 18 million passengers, the most in 15 years. Bouncing back from the government shutdown, TSA agents say they're ready.
It's like our Super Bowl. There's going to be wait times regardless. I mean, even with having all our staffing back, but we're going to do our best to minimize the length of the wait time.
What do travelers need to know to stay safe and stay sane this holiday rush?
Hiccups can happen at any point, whether it's over Thanksgiving or at any point in the year. So we want people to be prepared with what I like to call a Plan B flight or just alternate transport options if you need to make those changes last minute.
This year, with gas prices steady at $3 a gallon, 90% of travelers are opting to drive over the holiday.
So our biggest piece of advice if you are driving is to get out early.
And again, that was Ryan Chandler reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. Everything looking very sunny across the east and really the Carolinas right now. It's not just eastern North Carolina that's enjoying the sunshine. It's from pretty much the mountains to the coast. We have got sunny skies overhead. Now, obviously, that is going to be changing. As you can clearly see, there's cloud cover right now moving over Kentucky and Tennessee. That's going to be sweeping over the western half of the state. Coming up later on tonight, rain showers will follow. We will see, again, a better opportunity for some raindrops scattered rain. I don't think everyone is going to see the showers come down, but certainly there will be a few of us that do catch a few drops coming in throughout the tail end of tomorrow into the early portion of your Wednesday. Right now, looks pretty good across eastern North Carolina. This is what it looks like at Pitt Greenville Airport, 64 degrees. Dew points down in the low 30s, and we've got an east-southeasterly wind coming in at about 6 miles per hour. Now, as far as what we've got across the area, most of us, again, are registering air temperatures in the low to mid 60s. That is normal for this time of year. So tomorrow, when we see the winds swing around to the south-southwest, we're going to be pushing air temperatures well above our seasonal average. Here's a look at how that's going to occur. Again, tonight we'll see a little bit of a shift, not really. Still anticipating more of an east to east-southeasterly wind as we wake up early tomorrow morning. But then through the day tomorrow, coming up tomorrow around noon, we'll be looking at, again, more of a southerly wind, straight southerly across the east. That's going to bring in more heat and a little bit more humidity. The more humidity we can get, the more rain we will get out of the system that's going to roll in again Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. Of course, air temperatures on their way up will put us back into the low to mid 70s coming up for tomorrow, mid to upper 70s on Wednesday. And then the cold air truly arrives. This is a big picture look at what's going to be happening across the country. That area of low pressure you're seeing back towards Montana, that is going to really suck down a lot of frigid air. That is the essentially the system that's going to open the door for a nice sizable chunk of Arctic air to work its way down out of Canada and down across the Midwest. Now, it's going to, again, push its way eastward, and it will affect us coming up next, well, really, later on this week, really Friday into Saturday. This upcoming weekend is going to start out cold. Even on Thanksgiving, we're looking at cold temperatures. Now, there you see, again, the gray on your screen indicating, again, very cold temperatures. I want you to watch how that gray interacts with the mountains in the western half of our state. Watch as this moves forward. And you can see a lot of that cold air, signified by that gray, kind of backing up, hitting the mountains and not fully being able to make it over the mountains. There you again, it's like it hits a barrier and then it doesn't make it any further. That is the mountains doing its job for eastern North Carolinians, keeping that frigid air further back up towards the north and to the northwest. Now, will we be getting cold? Yeah. But could we be getting colder if the mountains were not there? Absolutely. We would be, again, looking at much colder conditions over your Friday and Saturday than what we're actually going to be seeing. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. And even though, again, we're looking at mid 40s to upper 40s Friday and potentially even Saturday. Saturday we've got right now sitting at around 52 degrees. But overnight lows Friday night into Saturday morning, 25. If we didn't have the mountains off to our west, those air temperatures would be significantly colder with this upcoming system. Regardless, you're going to want a jacket for Thanksgiving as well as Black Friday and most likely Saturday as well. As we head into Sunday, we see air temperatures rebound back to our seasonal average for this time of year, but it comes with an opportunity for a few raindrops. 20% chance of rain on Sunday, goes up to a 30% chance on Monday. 40% chance by the time we reach next Tuesday. Well, that's all we have time for today's 3 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Monday. We'll see you back here coming up at 4 o'clock.